Sportbike, we'd like to thank the sponsor, Good Robot Brewing. Good Robot Brewing is Nova Scotia's curator of quirky craft beer experiences. Find their products at your local NSLC, ANBL, or PEILC. If they don't have them, ask the staff. Or if you're interested in an evening out, visit their patio on Elmsdale at Halifax Commons, or head to the original bar in the north end of Halifax. And as riders line up, go through the ranks, Carson Gray is in pole position with George Church on his left, followed by Sean Kelly and Max Holt. John McRae makes up the third line with William Martin, followed by Pat Patterson and Brianna Mosier. In the fifth line, Eddie Campbell, and followed by Angelo Gucciardi and Scott McIntyre. And we are racing. Riders going now to number 2. Carson Gray keeping his position in the front of the pack. Absolutely blazing in front of everybody. Heading through corner number 5 now onto back straightaway and almost corner number 6. And through number 6, here he comes. William Martin behind him. George Church almost making the overtake, but falling him. John Kelly behind her. And an overtake, number 9. Unable to see exactly who that was, but coming through corner 11, William Martin, followed by George. Sean Kelly, followed by Eddie Campbell, with Mac Holt behind Kelly, followed by Keegan Campbell with Pat Patterson. Racers now exiting corner. Martin still ahead with George Church behind him. And pulling it even further away from the pack, Carson Gray almost heading through corner number 6 now. Now on to the back straightaway. Pulling up on Martin on that back straightaway, and Church has overtaken William Martin. Racers heading through corner 11. Church still with a slight lead over William Martin. Eddie Campbell behind him. Large pack of riders now making their way past top one, John McRae, Pat Patterson, Brianna Moser, and Angelo Gucciardi. And that lead for number 4. Even larger. Kurt, 8 seconds behind first place Carson Gray as he goes down the back straightaway now. 4th place Eddie Campbell pulling further away from 5th place John Kelly. Holt right behind Kelly. With John Gray behind Holt. William is still at the tail of George, heading through that first straightaway. Colts also not giving Eddie Campbell any break. Carson's great lead ever growing, now over 10 seconds between himself and 2nd place George Church. As Gray seen exiting the back straightaway as Church has begun his entrance. And we have an overtake. Eddie Campbell is overtaking William Martin on the back straightaway for that 3rd place. Martin not taking that right on the tail and possibly overtaking him. What? Some heading through corner number 9. William Martin gets his 3rd place back from Eddie Campbell. As the 3 of them, Church, Martin, and Campbell head through corner number 11. Gone to 11 now. Kelly still with a small lead over Max. Heading through now, number 88, John McRae. Pat Patterson, Brianna Moser, Angelo Gucciardi, and Scott McIntyre holding up the rear. And Carson Gray's lead is still growing, but 2 seconds per lap. He is now a 12-second lead over George Church. Speaking of George Church, Martin falling behind Church. And just like last lap, Eddie Campbell is overtaking William Martin on the back straightaway, almost the exact same spot. Is Martin going to try to overtake him here in corner number 9? He seemed like he was trying to pull it off, but was unable. Campbell still with that brief lead over William Martin, the 3 of them so close together. William Martin pulling up along the side and falling back once again. Holt still on the tail of Kelly. And what did I say earlier? Carson Gray adding another 2 seconds to his lead over George Church. Now 14 seconds between the 2. And right there, Pat Patterson right on the tail of John McRae and passing John McRae right as they went through the start line. Eddie Campbell has kept his lead over William Martin so far, but as they enter the back straightaway, anything can happen. As I say that, Campbell's pulling further away from Martin. Still on the tail of Church. And along corner number 11, here comes Carson Gray. Still with such a large lead over Church and the rest of. Won the back straightaway. Patterson still with the lead there. Well, he wasn't able to add 2 seconds, but a second added to Carson Gray's lead over George Church. 15 seconds separating first and second place. Under corner number 2, there's a pack of 3 led by number 15, Pat Patterson. Right behind him, Brianna Mosier. Trailing her, John McCree. In the rear, Angelo Gutierrez and Scott McIntyre. Once again on the back straightaway. Campbell is getting closer with George Church before backing off as they are about to exit. William Martin falling behind them. Also looking back straightaway. Holt still unable to pass for that 5th place spot. Now entering the back straightaway as well. It's Patterson and Mosier. McCree behind them. All right, next to each other, and oh my goodness, Max Holt able to overtake Sean Kelly on the front straightaway. He's been challenging for that 5th place position for a few laps. Oh, Max Holt now has it. Going through corner number 2, will Holt retain his lead? Campbell still on the tail of George Church as they enter corner number 9. Yep, flag rider is in corner number 9. Red flags being Bikes returning to the paddock, with there only being a few laps left of that race. That race will be called. So, for the winners of the Good Robot Brewing Amateur Sport, Carson makes first place, followed by George Church and Eddie Campbell. William Martin is in 4th, followed by Sean Kelly. Brianna Mosier takes 6th, followed by Pat Patterson, John McCrae, Angelo Gutierrez, Scott McIntyre holding up the rear.